Let me go to the zero bid auctions. The zero bid auctions finish when the price gets to zero. Now, how does that work? Well, once again, every item has a start price, and every time somebody clicks on show price to see if they're interested, the price comes down by 25 cents. So, as I scroll down the page here, you're going to see two sides. On the middle column, you'll see the current auctions, and over on the far column, you'll see the completed auctions, and that should come up on your screen in a moment. So let me have a look here. What do we have? On the top, the very top one. Now, what on earth is that? You know, like the really interesting thing is that what Jubilee actually lists on here is the top 800 products, the most popular products that are being sold on the internet across the board. So this is a flower by Kenzo. I hope somebody can tell me what it is. Maybe they're vases or something. I really have no idea. Maybe I should just go for the one underneath, which is a mobile PC. At least I know what that is. So the mobile PC, as you can see, the start price is $759.99. What happens there is everybody starts clicking on show price, and this one is an auction in that it will finish when the last person clicks, when it goes from 25 cents down to zero. So if you look on the right hand column at the completed auctions, look at the very first one. Imagine buying this one. $5,000 gift certificate for you to go and spend at Walmart. Now, obviously, we don't have a Walmart here, but when it opens in Australia, we're going to have Australian stores. So quite possibly that could say a $5,000 gift certificate for David Jones. So what you do is that, you know, like you wait, and this one's about strategy. So you click on show price to see where it's at, and then just bide your time, and then as it gets a little bit closer down to that zero, you know, like even if you clicked it 4 or 5 times at 80 cents a click, that you might have spent $4 but picked it up a $5,000 card for $4. I mean, that's awesome, isn't it? So you can really see the benefit and the quality of the items that they have on here. Now, the very last auction is the unique bid auction, and this one is different again, obviously, to appeal to a different personality type. You might love all three. You might love one. It's obviously an individual choice. How the unique bid one works is that this one has so many days, and you'll see the timer counting down in the middle for each of these items. And on the right-hand side, you'll see the completed auctions when the screen comes up on your computer. So the very first one is a Samsung notebook, and it's valued at $399. Now, you might say, well, I'd like that, but I don't want to pay $399. I'd like to pay 75 cents. I mean, it would be nice, wouldn't it? And the reality is that people do get the products for that price sometimes. But let's explain how it works. You would look at the item that you wanted, and you would say, yes, I would like to pay 75 cents for that. So once you open that up, you can put a bid in for 75 cents, and the bids have to go in 25-cent increments. So 75 cents is your bid. Now, this auction finishes in 14 hours. At the end of that 14 hours, when the computer rolls over to zero, the computer starts looking from zero up for a unique bid. So if several people have actually bid zero, then it will move on to 25 cents. If several people have bid 25 cents, it will go up to the 50, and so on and up until in 25-cent increments until it finds a bid that one single person has put in. And whatever that single bid is what that person will pay for that item. So if you look at the completed auctions over on the right-hand side, the very top one is a $10,000 debit card. Now, all of the money went to charity, was actually Blessings in a Backpack. But if you had your charity account and you decided that you wanted to, this is a pretty good deal, you know, tax deductible, but I don't know whether that one would be tax deductible because you're getting a $10,000 debit card for $3,103.25. That was the only person that put that price in, so they were able to buy it. The next one down, as you can see, was a Nikon D90 kit. The value was $1159.99. It sold for $93. So you can pick up some absolute bargains on this site, and all it costs you is one credit, 80 cents, to look at the price, and 25 cents of that credit brings the price down. And as I said right at the very beginning, as a licensee, we can earn up to 20 cents every single time somebody clicks on show price. So you might start to see the big picture here. But the auctions aren't what Jubilee are really all about. That's not what their end game is. What their end game is the shopping portal. Because as you and I both know, millions of people shop online now, and it's more and more are coming on every single day. So what Jubilee allow you to do, once they've aggregated customers from the auction site, is that they then direct those customers to the shopping portals. Now the shopping portals, they currently have over 900 merchants online, reputable online merchants that the Americans are familiar with. We'll have exactly the same thing here in Australia once it gets up and running here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select a category here. Now if I pick books, music and movies, this will be stores in America online that sell books and movies. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. No real names that I'm familiar with. Oh well, yes actually, Barnes & Noble. We all know Barnes & Noble and Apple iTunes, AMC Theatres. So there's a couple there that we even know already. So what happens is, let's say that you've come online and you want to buy some books from Barnes & Noble. You know that they're a reputable store and you like buying online from them. So you can look over into the right-hand column, and where it's highlighted in yellow, you can see that if you buy through the Jubilee site or click through the Jubilee site to Barnes & Noble and buy your books, you're guaranteed a 3% cashback. So let's say, for instance, you bought books to the value of $100. At the end of that, you would pay $100 when you'd purchase them, but then Jubilee would give you $3 in the form initially of reward points. So you would get 3 reward points into your Jubilee account as a customer. Now, what happens then is the customer has a couple of choices. First of all, they can choose to accumulate their reward points, which is cash. 1 point is $1, and if they want to accumulate them, they can actually use that cash to buy online here. Alternatively, when the reward points accumulate to 25, Jubilee will automatically send the customer a debit MasterCard loaded with their reward dollars. And so that customer can then take that credit card, it's a debit credit card, down to their local supermarket and buy their week's groceries, or go to the movies and pay for the movies, or have a cup of coffee at the local coffee shop. They can do whatever they want with that money. So first of all, your customer is buying online where they normally buy, from stores that they already know, and getting good deals. But over and above that, because they come through the Jubilee side, they're guaranteed a cash back. That's for the customer. But for the licensee, we can earn, well, we do. We earn up to 25% of the cash back that your customer gets. So if your customer received $2.50 back, we'd earn up to 25% of that. So you do the math. What's that? 50-something cents. I'm too busy thinking about it rather than trying to calculate it. But you imagine getting 50-something cents or even $1. I did one example the other day where there was a $74 saving on a particular item that somebody had purchased. Now that's massive. That's absolutely massive. And you're getting that from potentially thousands of people. This is where Jubilee want to end up. So what does that mean for us as a licensee? Well, let's take a look. Let's move out of this site now, because I'd like you to go back and have a look around that site when we're finished here at the webinar. There's some exciting things on there, and I don't want to spend too much more time there because you'll enjoy doing that yourself.